10 times my 600-pound life took it too far. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Film Takeover. There are plenty of reality shows on television that document weight loss in a variety of different settings. But My 600-Pound Life stands out from many of the rest, as it focuses on the real lives of real people in their everyday world, as opposed to a specialized environment crafted to melt off pounds ASAP. Additionally, the medical interventions offered on the show are scientifically proven to help patients keep a significant weight off in the long term, according to the American Society for Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery. That's a heartening statistic. But don't forget to watch today's video to the very end for the 10 times my 600-pound life took it too far. Unfortunately, not all of the patients on My 600-Pound Life are able to maintain a successful weight loss and, in some cases, never manage to lose much weight at all. Additionally, complications can arise for patients 600 pounds or more, as has been shown on the series, and afterwards, the cameras stop rolling, sometimes with tragic results. Worst of all, some of the patients on the program have passed away either during or after filming, which is as devastating and heartbreaking as you might expect. Bearing that in mind, here are some of the stories from My 600-Pound Life that didn't end well. Number 10. Robert Buckle. Robert Buckle's situation on his episode of My 600-Pound Life was dire from the outset. It didn't take long for Dr. Now to discover that he not only weighed nearly 850 pounds, but that he also had an addiction to painkillers like Dilaudid. Pretty serious stuff. But after a rocky start, Buckle was able to finally get some control over his compulsive overeating habits. The Forked River, New Jersey resident had a lot of love on his side, including that of his mother and his fiancée, Catherine. With that support and a whole lot of work, Buckle managed to lose a significant amount of weight under Dr. Now's watchful care, almost 350 pounds, if you include the surgical removal of a lymphedema mass. That's impressive. Number 9. The Asante Brothers. Few of the stars of My 600-Pound Life are more notorious than the Asante brothers, Stephen in particular. The pair may be bound by blood, but Stephen's antics ensured that he and Justin were not very brotherly to one another. For one, he pretended that he was following Dr. Now's strict diet during the show, but was binge-eating unhealthy foods behind everyone's back. Additionally, he would manipulate and bully anyone, including his father, to get what he wanted. He also did his damnedest to continue abusing painkillers, including stealing Justin's, while he was healing from his gastric bypass. Number 8. Sean Milliken. Sean Milliken seemed like he was moving in the right direction after a rocky start to his weight loss journey. After initially weighing in at nearly 900 pounds and being mostly immobile, Milliken was finally able to turn things around and get weight loss surgery. That in turn helped him drop hundreds of pounds and regain his ability to walk, according to his follow-up episode of My 600-Pound Life, Where Are They Now? It was evident that he was putting in the work. But in 2018, tragedy struck, and Milliken's mother passed away from renal failure, according to a follow-up video released by TLC via TMZ. Understandably, he was devastated, as he and his mother were extremely close. Additionally, since she was his supporter, he had to move out of his Houston apartment. He was clearly thrust into a very difficult situation in more ways than one. Number 7. Penny Sager. After Sager's gastric bypass, instead of losing weight, she gained 5 pounds. Clearly, she was having food brought to her under the radar. Sager eventually left Houston and moved back to Maryland, quitting the program altogether against Dr. Now's medical advice. In her follow-up episode, he did not mince words and said plainly that her addiction will indeed kill her in a matter of time. Yikes! Number 6. Kelly Mason. Things started looking up for Mason when Dr. Now admitted her to the hospital, where she was able to lose over 200 pounds. She then had weight loss surgery and dropped another 100. Quite the accomplishment. Upon discharge, she was hopeful and was committed to sticking to her diet and exercise regimen. Sadly, Mason's heart had already been through too much despite her best efforts. She passed away during filming in her sleep of a heart attack in February of 2019, according to Inquisitor. Dr. Now did point out, however, that she hadn't returned to her old habits. She went down fighting. Number 5. James King. In King's follow-up episode, things had not improved. In fact, Dr. Now actually called Adult Protective Services on King's girlfriend when he discovered King's organs were failing, and she was bringing him food while in the hospital. Dr. Now also dismissed him once again, citing his inability to make changes. Clearly, the situation wasn't good. Sadly, King passed away at age 49 in April of 2020. Number 4. James L.B. Bonner. Sadly, no follow-up episode would ever air for James. That's because, tragically, Bonner committed suicide in the summer of 2018 at age 30, according to People magazine. The cause of death was a single self-inflicted gunshot to the head. His motivation for ending his life is not known to the public, though his family came forward to share some of the battles he faced before his death. Number 3. Shani Murray. In order to cope with the pain, Murray turned to food at an early age and didn't stop eating until she was 780 pounds. Hopeful that she could turn her life around, Murray turned to Dr. Now for help, but she was never approved for weight loss surgery because she refused to follow the diet and exercise plan Dr. Now gave to her. She and her husband were even caught red-handed ordering pizza and burgers to her hospital room, much to the ire and chagrin of Dr. Now, who was not happy. Since then, Murray has posted a handful of videos on her YouTube channel, some of them from hospitals due to her health. Fortunately, she claims to have lost weight on her Facebook page, so hopefully she's focusing on her health. Number 2. Henry Foots. In a heartbreaking twist, Foots passed away in 2013, several months after having a medical episode while driving a bus, according to Starcasm. While his precise cause of death remains unknown, his passing is indeed an unfortunate reality. Number 1. Mercedes Cephas. Cephas was not able to do enough on her episode to qualify for weight loss surgery. By the time it was over, she had only lost 80 pounds and was always full of excuses why it wasn't more than that. According to her Facebook profile, she's living in Cincinnati, which is a long way from Houston, so she's likely off Dr. Now's program. With that said, we come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to join in next time for more of such interesting content.